In this video, I'm going to talk about the big five, and then in class, we'll go over how these predict things about what you are going to do and how these either change or stay the same throughout your lifespan. So the big five theory would be a trait perspective. And so a trait is a broad disposition, and it tends to lead to characteristic responses. So for example, one of the big five, openness to new experiences, would be a trait. And if you are high in this, more likely than not, if someone says, hey, try this new food you've never had before, you're more likely to say, oh yeah, of course, because you're open to new experiences. So the big five says that you have 5 traits. Each of these is a spectrum, so you can be high or low on it. And the easiest way to remember these big 5 is with the acronym OCEAN or the acronym CANOE. So I'm going to go with OCEAN, but CANOE also works. So O, as I said, is going to be openness to new experiences. And so someone that is high on this is going to like to learn new things, like to experience new things. They might like to move a lot. They'd like to travel a lot, try an interesting new restaurant. They're more likely to go to school to get further education because they like to learn new things. Someone that's low on this, not going to like all that stuff. Conscientiousness is the C. And so someone who is high in conscientiousness is going to be very reliable, is going to feel guilty if they have to back out at the last minute or if they show up late for something. They're going to be neat and tidy as well versus sort of all over the place. That's conscientious. The E stands for extroversion. So if you're extroverted, it means you're outgoing. If you're high on this, you are the life of the party. You're more sociable. If you're low on this, you're more introverted. You're going to be quieter. You're going to stick to yourself a little more. The A stands for agreeableness. So someone who is high in agreeableness really likes to get along with others. They are not going to want to rock the boat. Someone that is low in this loves to pick fights, doesn't mind if they are causing other people to get upset. They like to be the devil's advocate just 'cause. That's agreeableness. And then finally, the last one, the N, stands for neuroticism. And oftentimes this is actually called emotional stability. So if you are high in neuroticism, you are low in emotional stability. These are sort of the two ends of the spectrum. So someone who is highly neurotic is going to be anxious, is going to be more emotionally unstable. It's going to be someone who is more likely to get fired. You tend to, one thing we'll talk about in class, you tend to be more neurotic when you're younger. As you get older, you become more emotionally stable. You react less intensely to things. Someone who's highly neurotic is going to react fairly strongly to different things. So we call it neuroticism so that it fits into this lovely OCEAN acronym, but oftentimes you'll see it called emotional stability instead. So the big 5, you have these 5 traits. This is one of the most commonly used personality traits. And so you will see how you fall in these traits, and then people will use that to predict a multitude of things, as we will go over in class.